what you wanna speak, never say so. It's like these couldn't breathe to my face though. Because I'm far out of your league, sure that they know. What's going on, DSG? It's your boy Darrnell Bradley back with another video. Today, we're copying Schwabidos. I almost said Schwabity, and then I switched to Schwabidos. We're copying Schwab. Moist Meter, Chainsaw Man. I seen this. I don't know what the zero shit is. I hate it. But I seen him do this. Oh, I didn't watch. I just saw the thumbnail. But I got interested because I thought Chainsaw Man was dope. We are gonna do a song on it. Just listen. Time. Don't ask questions. So we here. I want to see what my man's got on it here. Now I don't spend too much time over on this man's channel with penguins. Like I've watched some of his videos. I do sometimes come over here to get updated on some of the stuff that's happening on YouTube because I know he's pretty knowledgeable over here. But it's not somewhere I've been like religiously. But I want to see what he got on Chainsaw Man because I am familiar with Moist Meter and like how he does this. So like I want to see his stack up. I'm with Chainsaw Man. I already know Schwab with Chainsaw Man. So we gonna see if he with Chainsaw Man. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. And we here without any further ado. 3, 2, 1, click.
This episode of Moist Meter brought to you by Godslap Issue 2. Go to godslapbook.com to order your copy now.
Initiating moisture.
All right. That's how you do an intro for those of you who are struggling with that.
Moist Meter. Today we're taking a look at Chainsaw Man. This anime had more hype around it than if they announced a sequel to the Bible. Everything.
Sorry, I forget this commentary is like so comedically dull. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Yeah, he ain't lying about that. The hype around this shit was crazy.
This anime had more hype around it than if they announced the sequel to the Bible. Everything about anime this season was geared towards how great Chainsaw Man was gonna be. I couldn't stop hearing about it. People keep recommending it. And it was being animated by Mappa, so all of these things put together into a beautiful stew was a recipe for hype. So I went into this show with very high expectations, and I'm happy to say I wasn't disappointed at all.
First off, we're gonna give him a clap for that. We're gonna be happy that happened. That he's, yeah. That shit was dope. Okay. Here. Alright.
The show is just really good. Now, this plot isn't anything super unique or special. It's a very simple, very standard storyline. There's devils out there, and there's people that hunt them. So we follow the devil.
Devil may cry. You know what I'm saying? He right. It was nothing overly complicated, but it was good.
There's devils out there, and there's people that hunt them. So we follow the devil hunters. Our protagonist has fused with the chainsaw devil. So he's got a dangly little ripcord on his chest, and when he's ready to, beat and eat some ass, he...
What? When he's ready to do what? All right. Well, I mean, sometimes when you gotta beat and eat ass, you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Can't waste no time because then he wanted in both senses. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Dangly little ripcord on his chest, and when he's ready to beat and eat some ass, he yanks the ripcord and has chainsaws shoot out of his arm and out of his head. And then he just absolutely gores everything around him.
Factual statements.
The story isn't anything incredible, but the characters are really fun. It's just unapologetically goofy. For example, the main character, Denji, is just this extremely horny kid whose main motivation is squeezing tits for a long time. And then he gets his first kiss, but the girl that kissed him pukes in his mouth. Like,
gross.
It's not afraid to be over the top and silly, but also self-aware. And
that's one of the main things that I had liked about it. I loved how Denji was just not your run-of-the-mill main character. Because I feel like you got main characters like Naruto, you got main characters that are more on the Sasuke tip, you know what I'm saying? Denji was... They made a main character out of a henchman. They made a main character out of a henchman. And I love it. Alright, simple-minded henchman.
Made to be over the top and silly, but also self-aware. And this show has spawned a hornier community on Twitter than Genshin Impact. I swear to God, this show must have changed people's entire lives because there are so many accounts that are dedicated to just talking about who they want to fuck and why they're their favorite girl and this and
Jesus.
that. Like, it's a full-time job for some of these people to thirst over the anime characters in this one. But of course, the main selling point of Chainsaw Man has always been, as I understand it, its action, which is brought to life beautifully by Mappa.
100%.
Mappa has done so much work over the last couple of years. They've said yes to like every anime project imaginable.
I think that's what RDC World was touching on in their video about how they be working some of their people. Now I'm gonna be real with you. I'm an anime fan. I'm not like a hardcore crazy anime fan. Like no Mappa, no this, no that, no that, no that, and all this other crap. I enjoy watching it. I enjoy the content. I enjoy making music about it. So I feel like I'm getting like educated as far as like some of these companies and things like that, and like because I know that they pick up manga and do the anime adaptation, but like I don't know how many that y'all can do back to back and things like that. Like if it's crazy, then it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Work over the last couple of years, they've said yes to like every anime project imaginable. Like, if there's been even whispers of a manga being adapted into an anime or a new season of an anime needing another studio, it's always Mappa that raises their hands to do the work. They're like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They can't turn down any roles, but unlike The Rock, every role Mappa takes is a fucking hit. Like, they only make bangers.
Why you gotta run my man's like that? Like, why you gotta run my man's Dwayne John? Like, why you gotta run his pockets like that? Like, what? No disrespect, man. Yo, Black Adam was fire. I don't care what nobody say.
Every role Mappa takes is a fucking hit. Like, they only make bangers. They've done so many anime over the last couple of years. I don't know how they haven't spread themselves out too thin and had the quality.
Probably just be hiring more people,
for it.
Maybe.
But somehow they're able to keep up an incredibly high level of quality, the best in the industry oftentimes. And all that talent's put on full display with Chainsaw Man. The action is amazing. Every time there's a fight, it's over the top, it's gory, and it's so great. And it goes hard. It goes so fucking hard. I love that the main way of fighting for people that aren't the main character, Denji, is through contracts with devils. So a lot of devil hunters, well, all of them, have contracts where they can use other devils' powers. So one of the devil hunters has a contract with a ghost devil where she has a little ghost arm that she can use to strangle and blast people.
No,
There's a cursed devil that another main character uses. It's a really fun way of fighting that keeps it fresh, where everyone has very unique ways of approaching combat, and they spared no expense when it came to the animation. They didn't take any cheap ways out. This is very clearly
none of that 7 deadly sins crap over here. Throw that in the dumpster in the back. Throw that in the dumpster where Denji used to be at. Hack it into pieces. Let it go. Sorry, I say that as a 7 deadly sins fan, and my disappointment at how some of that was animated, bruh. But all right, we move.
Expense when it came to the animation. They didn't take any cheap ways out. This is very clearly a lot of work going into it to make it look the best that it can, and it really pays off. The show is just great. I don't have any major complaints about it. I have like a couple minor nitpicks, but none of it's like important or detrimental to the overall show. I think oftentimes it gets lost in its own horniness with its main character, so sometimes that gets a bit grating.
I mean, like, it's Denji. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he had all the screen time, that's all you hear. So, like, yeah, I see what he's saying, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I low-key thought my man was about to rip into it a little bit, just because, like I said, he has that very dull comedy, which makes it, when he's ripping into something, even just, like, funnier. But, all right, let's go.
Oftentimes it gets lost in its own horniness with its main character, so sometimes that gets a bit grating. But it's never to a point where I don't like the character or anyone around him. And it's one of the few anime where the humor sometimes lands for me. Oftentimes when anime tries humor, it doesn't really make me laugh. But I actually did have a couple giggles throughout Chainsaw Man, so that was a pleasant surprise.
If you're this far in the video and you're not subscribed, what the fuck?
And pretty refreshing. It just doesn't really fall into like anything I expected from a mainstream anime.
That is what I loved about it. Also, like I said, with the main character especially, it didn't fall into the run-of-the-mill anime style for how it was running, and that's what got me. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend, she's not even really into anime like that, like at all really, but even she enjoyed that anime because of that shit. Let's go.
Of course it has tons of cliches and tons of tropes, but it never like overuses it or has it overstay its welcome. Everything in this show is mainly geared as a vessel towards more over-the-top and fucking beautiful action, and I really just appreciated that.
Like the training, the training arc, the what's your name? Power, her and Denji, bruh, y'all, that shit is brutal. Homie's like, I got playthings now. Like, oh my god.
12 episodes of this season, which is a little disappointing because shows like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, both of which had comparable levels of animation quality, as well as very similar levels of hype, both of those had 24 and 26 episode long seasons. Season 1 of Demon Slayer was 26 episodes. Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen was 24, and it was able to hold this intensity, like this full fucking nuts to butts action and...
See, that's the part that gets me about this man. He speaks dully, and then he hits you with some sideways shit you ain't never ready for. But this is facts. If I had to say there was one thing that I just did not like about Chainsaw, it would be its runtime as far as the season was concerned. Because I didn't have any idea that was the end of the season. I found out through Twitter. I'm over here. I watched that episode, then I'm waiting on the next one, and then on Twitter I see that. I'm like, are you serious? What? You know what I'm saying? Because I like anime, but I'm not like, I like to watch it, I like to make music about it, but I'm not like, I don't like go crazy researching it, you know what I'm saying? So if it only has this much runtime, I'm unaware. And especially, I wasn't going to think it was going to, what was you said, 12? I can't remember. But like, I did not think it was going to run that short. I was like, how you going to give us something this good and make it this short? What? But all right, we move.
Hold this intensity, like this full fucking nuts to butts action and jaw-dropping animation for a long time, whereas Chainsaw Man's very bite-sized, like it's giving you an appetizer.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it can continue this level of quality. I hope it doesn't like fall off and, you know, suck shit, because that'd be tragic. But yeah,
hold on, whoa, it better not, because like I said, if them other ones could run 24 and 26 episodes and keep it moving and keep you interested, if they can't do this for 12 episodes a piece a season, like what? Come on now, let's not even breathe that into existence, okay? We up here with it. All right.
A little underwhelming that it's such a short season. I would have liked more episodes because it's just so good, and I would have really liked more time to get drawn into the entire universe and see more of it. But
see that.
It's still extremely good. Plugging it in the moist meter, I'm going to be giving it a 90%.
I do
highly recommend it.
I like it. 90%, 90%. We like that. If you got to take away for that short runtime. You have to. But like, I agree with my man's here. Good shit. Good analysis.
And Demon Slayer. So yeah, lived up to the hype. So I was satisfied. That's about it. See ya. God Slap is a comic book.
That's about it. See ya. Yo, that was dope. We watched dope shit here. I like that. He had a very, very nice analysis. He went over things very nicely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. I was getting ready to be pissed off at him. I thought he was gonna be mean to it. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought he was gonna be mean to it. But yeah, and like I said, the 90%, I got you on that. It should have had a longer runtime. Yeah, runtime was way too short for me. That is the only thing I didn't like about it. But everything else, from the action to how they was doing it, and I was personally looking for it. You know what got me? It's funny since I'm copying a reaction that Schwab did. Schwab is actually the one who got me interested in Chainsaw Man because of the hype that I saw him put into it. And he had made an anime rap to Chainsaw Man before the anime even came out. It was a manga rap that he had done. That was my introduction into Chainsaw Man, and through that song I became interested, and then I started seeing more hype around it, and now we're here. So that was that. But good stuff. We like it. Hell yeah. Good analysis. We give him a dub on that. That's the take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that dead social media. I'll catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.